Hey guys, hey Soul Tribe, how are we doing today? I am getting ready for the day because Matt and I are spending the day together. It is our 3-year anniversary, so happy anniversary, Don. I love you. So while he is taking a shower, getting ready, I figured I would do a little video, do some makeup today. I don't know what I want to do, but we're gonna see. All right, so I already primed my face. Next up, I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to use my eye primer. This is a must. The great thing about an eye primer is, first off, it is a neutral color, so it will even out your skin tone and give you a nice clean slate. Also, it makes the colors in the eyeshadows pop. A lot of our eyeshadows for Pharmacy are sort of on the lighter pale side. We don't have extremely bold colors, which is kind of suitable for everybody. So that is one of the reasons why actually using the primer is a really great option, because it just makes everything pop. Okay, we got the primer on. Hold on one second. Okay, I always have to have like something, wet paper towel, wet I have these like microfiber cloths that I use as well, just because I get makeup all over myself. Anyway, okay, so we did that. I guess let's do the eyes, because we can do the face last. So I'm thinking I might do, let's see, I can maybe do Wanderlust palette, or I could do, guys, I love my Glamour palette. I use it all the time. But maybe we'll take an adventure. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so this is our iconic palette. We have a little bit more of a variety of colors. I might want to stay neutral today. I'm not really sure. This palette has 12, and actually, really, when you look at it, 3 of them are matte finishes. The other ones have shimmer on them. So this is a strong shimmer palette. I do love a shimmer. I'm probably going to add those in at the end. I always do like shimmers on top of my mattes, but maybe I'll do the Wanderlust palette. This is our largest palette that we carry, which is great because we used to have only like trios or monos. So this is a great palette. Like I said, the colors are not crazy. They're nice neutral colors. You can use them for multiple looks. You can combine them all together to make, different colors, but they're very neutral. They're just softer tones. They're not like these vibrant, bold colors. So that's kind of why, and like I said, I love Pharmacy, but you don't have to be married to Pharmacy. Like, I love getting a Morphe palette that has crazy colors, or I think I have some of the it's a Naked palettes, and I don't remember which brand it is. Urban Decay. I have some of those, and those are not as vibrant colors, but I have a Morphe palette that has insane colors in it, so that is one that I do really like. So this is I'm gonna put this away because it's in my way. I don't have a lot of space right now because I'm kind of like juggling in a weird spot. It's not my normal spot, so. But anyway, I'm gonna get my color switch because this is super important, so that I don't mix up my colors. Okay, so this brush is actually a concealer brush, and I actually really love it as my transition. I just do. I like the way this brush feels. It's large enough. I have very big eyes, so I want to create I have a big surface area to use. If you have tiny eyes, this will not help you because it will be too large. So I think right now I'm going to start with a light transition color. And in fact, I might actually start with this base just to kind of go over everything. Again, just very, very lightly. That's it. Not even really gonna give me color. Okay, so I think I'm gonna next go with Noble. Okay, this one is just a little bit more peachy. Okay, so I do want to see a little bit more color. So I'm gonna try to stay more on the outer part of my eye, because I really want the inner part of my eye to be lighter. So I'm gonna focus more on the outer. Just go in a little bit. I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I always feel like I do one eye better than the other. Like this one, I'm always like poking my eye in a weird way. And then this one is just a nice smooth transition. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, you're certain, like right-handed or left-handed. It just feels better. Plus, this eye right here is actually my problem eye. It's the one I always have problems with my allergies. I have a lot of like pain and sensitivity to light. It's just my problem eye. And lately, like I said, look, it's just a very light color. And in fact, well, you can do the color switch, but if you're gonna increase your color, you don't really need to, because it kind of blends. All right, so let's see, I did Noble. So on this palette, I used Noble. I think next I'm gonna go in with this color, which is Sunkissed. And I might actually do a little blend of Sunkissed and Smudge. Just tap, tap, tap. Tap them into both. Blow it off. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna transition to a different brush. I'm just gonna go with a little bit of a smaller brush. And same color, Smudge, Sunkissed. I just want to get a little more precise. And guys, I'm actually doing this without my contacts in, because with my allergies, I just can't chance it. If I use my contacts today and I have an allergy attack, I just can't chance it. I can't, because that takes me out for like several days. And unfortunately, I just don't have that time. I have a couple of days off, and we have a lot to do this weekend. We're spending the weekend together today and tomorrow, but we have like a ton of like laundry to take care of, and I just don't want to be laying in bed all day. It's not going to be fun. Okay, a little bit more of that Sunkissed color. A little bit more. Okay, so I'm just deepening up the crease a little bit. I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna go to really, like, this is a very loose, fluffier brush. And I'm just gonna swoop back and forth. Blend it a little bit. In fact, sometimes what I'll do is I will take a lighter shade. I might even go back to the first shade I used. No, actually, maybe I'll go back to Noble. And I'll add some more in this middle section, just to help it blend and drop off that edge, you know. I want it to look like it blends. I am not a makeup artist. I am a self-learned creative woman. You do not need to be a makeup artist to do this. It's all about creativity. It's all about self-expression, to be honest with you. So don't worry about it. Do you, boo? That's what I say. All right, so this is a tighter brush, smaller brush. I'm gonna go in again with a deeper color. What I'll probably do is, if I can get this up, I use these two. Nope, I lied. I use these two. Now I'm gonna go in with this darker color. This darker color is Morocco. And I'm just gonna really just go right in. Now, I have very wide set eyes, and I know exactly where my crease is because it's where my eye goes in. I just go right along that line. Now, if you have hooded eyes, you would actually keep your eyes open. And you'd create your own crease. Now, I also have wide eyes, rounded eyes, so sometimes I just do a rounded look. You could do cat eyes and bring it out. To do cat eyes, you could actually take something like this and then just bring your bring your eyeshadow out to that far so that it creates an elongated look. For me, I'm just doing a rounded look. I have big enough eyes. Okay, so I went a little deeper, Now, I might change it up. I think I'm gonna steer clear of the Iconic palette right now. It has some like blues and greens. I don't want to go there. I'm probably gonna wear this today. I don't know. But anyway, these colors really match that, so I want to stay with the browns and the taupes, mauves. So this palette has some deeper tones. In fact, I have black on here. It's noir. But I think I'm going to go in with En Fuego for now. This is just a deeper brown. And again, I want to deepen up that crease. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to take that original brush I had, the concealer brush, and because I'm blind, I can't even see it. Where I put it. There it is. And then I'm just going to blend it out. Okay. Next up, I'm going to go in with, do I want to go bronzy? Sure, why not? All right, so I'm going to go with Hawaiian Bronze. This is number 6 in our liquid shadows. We have a couple of really cute colors. They're very neutral tones. They're not highly pigmented, but you can kind of see there is some pigment, but it's not super pigmented. The more obviously you put on, the more it's going to be, you're going to see the pops of color. But with this, I'm going to make sure I am cutting the crease of my lid. And yes, you do need to let it dry a little bit. And in fact, while I let that dry, I'm also going to take, I like that Strobe Dream. Anyway, in this palette, I have Strobe Dream, which is up top here. It is a nice little shimmery palette, I'm going to take, that one's too stiff, which means I've used it quite a bit. I want kind of more like a packer brush for this. You're gonna get a better, do I want to use this? I could use this, but you know what? Let's do a little bit wider of a packer brush. Let's try this one. So again, this is one of our pharmacy, it comes in a nice little set. But anyway, I'm going to use this as a little bit of a packer brush. It has a little bit of a looseness to it. The bristles, you can feel it's a little loose, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my setting spray. I'm going to spray this. Okay. Then I'm going to dip it in this dream color. You're going to see it captures and collects your color. It's just going to stick better. I often would just use my hand. But you can see that shimmer. I mean, hello. Shimmer, shimmer, shine, right? Okay. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So it's funny, I hear the shaver going. That means somebody is cleaning up for me. I very much requested, a huge request from me. You know what, ladies? Sometimes your man is handsome. He just needs a little grooming. Right? All right, we're gonna spray again. Not too much. Dip it into Strobe Dream. And I'm gonna pack that in. One more dip. So we'll leave that be for a bit. We're just gonna let that both sides just really dry really well. Okay. Let that dry. Just gonna take this real quick. Sometimes you can just see those lines. They're annoying. Okay. All right, so we've got that much so far. Let us go to our face next. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the VFX foundation. This is amazing. It feels amazing on the skin and it has great coverage. So right now I did my primer already. I'm actually gonna do a little face spray. Just to get it a little tacky. My favorite way of applying is to do my kabuki brush. And then once I use my kabuki brush, I will go back in with a sponge, a beauty sponge, just to get a flawless finish. So I've been using this so much that it's hard to actually come out of the bottle now anymore. What's great is that I do know that our bottles will open up. You are not stuck with just having no way of accessing extra. You know, when you guys like are out of the bottle and you're like, well, that's great, but I can't get what's in it. These actually open up and you can get more product out of them. I love that. Anyway, I like full coverage. You actually don't even need this much, but I'm an overindulgent person. And what does that mean? I do everything in excess. I really do. Anyway, so this is a great match for me. It takes away the redness. And it also actually matches my skin tone down here. Great tip about applying your foundation or anything on your skin for that matter, is to stipple it on. You get the best coverage. If you were to just wipe it around, you're wiping product all around. You're not actually letting it set on your skin. Another reason why I actually did the setting spray beforehand is because it just left a nice surface for product to grab onto. And do you guys see the difference? The difference that makes? Right? We're going to do the other side. And guys, you see that I have such red skin. Okay, you can kind of do this down the bottom. It's not that big of a deal because you do actually want it to blend. You don't want it to look like a harsh line. But this, but I have such redness because of, you know, just aging, rosacea, all sorts of issues. I got PCOS, a lot of skin issues, and I've had bad skin all my life. And I can't even tell you how many times I've had people, you know, there are people who have really bad skin conditions that are 10 times worse. They can't cover it up. It's just, it is what it is. But you know, it's very difficult when people will be like, well, what's wrong with your face? Like, and you're like, what kind of thing is that to say to somebody? You know what I mean? It's, everybody doesn't have flawless skin. We all have different problems and issues, and women have such a hard time with beauty and feeling confident about themselves, and society makes us feel worse because we compare ourselves to other women who are, you know, in magazines and airbrushed. Or, I mean, come on, if you really look at some of these celebrities that you're like, look up to, they seriously don't look that great in person. Like when you actually see real photos of them out shopping, like they don't even wear makeup. They have like bags under their eyes. They got like skin issues all over the place. So guess what? We're all in the same boat. So never think that you have anything less than somebody else. If you are uglier than somebody else, you're not as pretty, forget it. There's somebody out there who believes that you are pretty and gorgeous the way you are. And that is what I celebrate today with my relationship with Matt, is that it is not about all the those little things that are superficial. It's like we support each other, we love each other. He makes me feel great about myself. I make him feel great about himself. We try to lift each other up. Do we have problems? Do we sometimes get into fights, or do we like nitpick? We're basically, from day one, since we met each other, we have been inseparable. Basically from day one, he's lived with me. And when I had an apartment with a roommate, he pretty much was there every single day from the day I met him. And then we moved in together, so a couple months later. So we have been together from day one, consistently. And other than being at work, we're together all the time. We go shopping together. If I run out to run errands or whatever it is, go to 7-Eleven. If I'm going to the grocery store, like, we go together. And that's what I love, is having that love and support, and to have somebody there with you, your best friend, all the time. I mean, how great is that? So anyway, let's finish the makeup. So let me get my Beauty Bod and just pat that in, because it's pretty much set. Okay, so let's start with the contour. Let's do the contour stick. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Again, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So we'll start with the dark and then switch off to the light. Nope. Yep, so I have two brushes that are very, very similar. This is my brush set that actually I really like, because it's, if you see, it's the moon. It's like the night sky. Anyway, it's by Doe Color. That's the reason why I got it, is because if you guys know, I love astrology. I love the moon. I love the stars. I love the night sky. Anyway, these two brushes are very similar. This one's taller and looser. This one's tighter and shorter. I use the tight, short one because it applies more pressure on the skin. I really do have to blend this out, because otherwise you look silly if you don't blend this color out. Ladies, it's all about the blending. Blending, blending. And honestly, the contour just gives you some dimension to your face, so that your color, your foundation isn't flat one color. You don't want to be flat one color. It's boring. Why do you think women get their hair highlighted? Because one flat color is boring. No, I'm lucky, because my hair, when I colored it, the bottom is like still that orangey reddish color, because I if you guys see the collage of photos that I did, it is only a collage of the photos of Matt and I from our first year. So in 2019, like during that summer, it was the end of our first year together. I had dyed my hair blondish, so that's why one of the last few photos was me as a blonde, but I was never really blonde, because it really doesn't work. I'm really more of an orangey red, more than anything else. It was not blonde. But anyway, yeah, so anyway, that color, the bleach and all that, is still on the bottom of my hair. So that's lighter brown. I got darker brown. I got some grays popping up, which Matt says I need to stop stressing, and those will stop. But he knows me. I have to stress. I don't stress. It's just that I dedicate myself very intensely to things sometimes, and he's like, why are you even worried about it? Why do you even care? Because it's my personality. My personality. Alrighty, so while that's going on, I'm going to take, not Perlina, let's get Hawaiian Bronze. That's what I use. Gold Reflection. Joker. Now I can't find it. Grace. Glow Tulip. It's probably this last one. Yep, Pop of Light. So this is Pop of Light, which is one of our other liquid eyeshadows. I'm gonna really wipe this off because I really don't want to have too much product at all. I'm going to pop, 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 pop. You can take a tiny little brush. I just want to make sure it's not the tiny brush that I use as my mascara or on my eyebrows, because that would not be good. I could use this one, which is I think one of my tiniest. Just want to make sure that there's no product on it, because that would throw the color off. Sometimes I have to go like this to make sure it's not. I don't often always remember to do that. It just gives a little shimmer and a pop in the center of your eye. Now, if you look, the cream shadows, they dry fast. They dry fast. So I've already got this darkened spot. You can kind of scrape with your hand and it's a little bit better. But that's just something you have to be careful with, that they do dry fast. Obviously, the more you put on, like let's say your lid, it's going to take maybe a minute to dry. But something as small as that, it's going to dry pretty quickly. So you have to work fast with that if you want to do blending. Now, the reason why I didn't blend when I did my eye is because when you blend a liquid eyeshadow, you lose the pigment on it. So you kind of want to just let it sit and do its thing. That's my recommendation on the liquid eyeshadows. Okay, so let's see what else. So I finished up that. I do want to use a little bit of a darker shade on the outer rim of the outer part of my eye. So let's get a maybe. All right. Let's see what I could do in this palette. I think I'm gonna skip. We were using the Wanderlust palette. I'm gonna move from that palette, and I'm gonna go to my favorite palette, right? My Glam Up palette. This one has Noir, which I'm actually going to use, and I'm only going to tap it and go like this. Because honestly, ladies, I just did all that work. Ladies and gents. Okay, just a tap. And I'm just gonna work it in circles, work it in circles, work it in circles. Almost like a V, actually, you can kind of do that. Go like that, go like that, go like that. What I want to do is have it obviously darker on the outer part. I honestly just want to create a shadow effect. I don't want to lose what I did. I just want to give a little deepening. And in fact, I'm going to bring a little bit more forward, because I do want a little bit more contrast. Between the outer and the inner part of my eye. So if you kind of see it, it just kind of becomes a darker edge. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to this brush right here, really clean it off, make sure there's nothing on it. And I'm just gonna do a sweep. And just make sure nothing is too harsh. Not really so much on the eyelid, but more the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Today, because it's a nice special day, I'm gonna go in with the, I am gonna go in with a color eyeliner. Now, I mean, I could use a liquid eyeliner. I could use the eye pencil. I don't use liner very often. I love eyeliner. I used to be a black eyeliner nutcase. But, you know, things have changed. My sensitivity to my eyes has changed. So it's been really important for me to focus on the healthy things for me. If it irritates me, and it's not the products, it's just my allergies that create enough of a problem for me. What colors do I have here? So I have O2. I can't even read it. Where is it? O2 is dark brown, which is what I wanted. O3 is dark blue. So the outer package itself is hard to tell what it is for the ink liners, and this is dark brown, which I thought was the color coffee, but Now the other great thing is I love the Kajal. It's black, but the Kajal is it's a great product because it does not budge. It does not budge by any means. Okay, so just to show you guys how that looks, you can do it lightly, you can do it heavy, however you'd like. Okay, so I'm terrible. And when I say terrible with eyeliner, I can't be any more honest with you to say I'm terrible with eyeliner. Like, I'm seriously, like, terrible. So it's about as best as it's getting, honey. All right. Listen, guys, I get all silent because this is like serious business. So what I'm trying to do is, and I can't even see this far out, honestly. I don't even see it going out. It's kind of more what I wanted. So that definitely got messed up, which I knew was going to happen. Which I have two options. One of which, I think I'm going to have to fix the left eye. I've lost the lid. Okay, there you go. So, guys, that is the dilemma and the traumas of having to do a wing. Because it doesn't come out right. See, this one came out much better. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try my hardest right now to get my Hawaiian bronze. I'm going to get as much product off as possible because I don't want so I do have black on there, which is a little bit of a okay, so let that sit. And take our little bit of that Strobe Dream again. Pop that back on. In fact, we're gonna wake that up too. That's it. Let's see if that fixed the problem a bit. It did fix the problem just a bit. So guys, don't ever fear. You can mess up, you can do things like that, and you can just fix it as best as you can. Nobody's perfect. There are some ladies who can get this like going whoop perfectly fine, and I give them kudos. It takes a lot of practice for sure. I'm just trying to figure out. So again, I made the darkened, I made it a little darker on the outside so the wing is not as predominant. To be honest with you, it's not the perfect wing. What I'm also going to do is try to make sure that there's no gaps and connect. And then I'm just going to go a little bit underneath here and just connect it. And that's the thing is, I'm just like, I'm trying to not be picky, but okay. Now we did we did the face. I am going to go in with the concealer part, but I want to smoke out my under eye first. So I'm going to go in with the small brush. I'm going to find my Wanderlust palette. I'm going to go in with the same colors I used up top. So I'm going to start out with the Sun Kiss and Smudge color. I'm fine if I smudge out the color I just did, that brown, because I want, it doesn't need to be super like it doesn't need to be super strong. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little larger of a brush. I'm fine if I go in with something like this. It should be okay. All right, and then I'm going to go with Morocco, which is the darker one. I just did the lighter shade. Now I'm going to go with the darker one. I'm just going to tap it, blow it off so that okay, so it just gives a little smokiness underneath and kind of just brings the top down to the bottom. And that's good enough for me. So I think that's it for the eyes. I'm just gonna obviously do mascara. But let's do the concealer first. I'm gonna go in with our concealer. This is 03. Which I'm not sure if it's called Ivory, maybe. Okay, not too much. I'm just gonna kind of wipe a lot of it off. I don't need a whole lot. Now they say, you know, it's funny when you watch so many different videos. You watch so many different videos and they give you so many different tips, right? It's like, how could you know, right? So one of their tips, all right, this I'm gonna get, this is one of like, I guess, I don't know if it's considered, not really a concealer brush, but anyway, I like it because it's like the flat brush that I can mold with. But they were saying, or I was watching somewhere about aging skin, some people older, as you get older, you don't want to put concealer underneath here where you have like lines and wrinkles. I say you could do whatever you want as long as you feel beautiful and comfortable. It's about, the concept behind it is not about having it settle into your fine lines and wrinkles. You know what? You know your skin, you know how it looks. If you feel like it's too much and it's going to settle too much, then don't do it. You know what I mean? I try not to do actually a lot of product underneath my eyes. I don't. Today I do want to go a little extra today because it's a special day, but on a normal day-to-day basis, I'm not doing the concealer underneath my eyes every day. I just don't. What I mostly try to do, sometimes I just use my flat, like, you know, VFX Pro foundation. I just do the foundation and I call it a day. But the, when I get a chance to, I do at least like to do a little contour to bring me color back in my vase. I don't always have to do this concealer. In fact, what I probably do instead of the concealer is I'll use the like powder or something, you know, or whatever to brighten me up. All right, so since I just did that, I'm going to go in very quickly with the translucent powder. What's great about the translucent powder is it truly is translucent. It is actually really great on women of color. It does not turn white. It truly is translucent. And I am not a woman of color, but I do know from hearing and listening from customers their experiences with it. So just so you guys do know that I pay attention and I listen to your comments, your thank yous, and I appreciate you guys supporting me in this business. I absolutely love it, but what's more important is I love making you feel confident and beautiful in your own skin. So we are that much, and then eyes. Let's go in with the, I think I'm going to do a little brow powder just to, actually I'm going to do the brow pomade because you guys know I like the brow pomade. And the reason why I like it is because it is just darker. I don't know why I'm using this brush. I like this brush, but it's too big. But anyway, we're going to do it anyway. Because I realize it's on the back end of this. This is one of the pharmacy brushes. Now, if you have big eyebrows and you're kind of really fixing them, you could use this bigger brush. I kind of don't need it, but... Again, it's just really, you see that space, see how I have that gap? And now I'm just gonna, well, as long as I could find it, there you go. So if you could find the right spot, you're gonna fill in the gaps and just make it feel fuller. I'm honestly, what this does is it colors the skin underneath. Darker, so that it looks like your eyes are they're just more filled in. Now, since I already did the color, we have two different kinds of gels. Now you could use, we have a brand new gel. We have a brand new gel, which is, it's a brow wax. This brow wax I've shown you guys, really great. This will last you forever. You will never need to buy anything. You'll never need to buy this again, honestly. This thing, and all you do is just use a droplet. I didn't use that today, but however, what in a GIF, in a, is that what I want to say? In a GIF, in a quickity split. I think that just broke apart. What just happened? Something just broke apart. Oh no. Oh no. This actually broke earlier. It's actually my crazy cats. My cats, you guys know my crazy cats. Crazy cats. Crazy cats. They, for some reason, I don't know why, but my boy, Rory, he has an issue with having to play with to play with my tools here, and I don't really know why, but anyway, he likes to knock them over and play with them, and so this got knocked over and it got ruined, so it fell apart. Okay, so we have the brow mascaras. I have a regular brow mascara in a dark brown, but then I also have a brow gel that is clear. So if you've already used color, you don't need to use another color. But I am going to show you because I do love a dark eyebrow. I'm going to use the dark brown. on top of the one that I had already done. So again, you don't need to. And honestly, the brow mascara is very much like your regular mascara. It's gonna leave that residue on your the same as the mascara leaves it on your lashes. But I like that. I like the darkness. The great thing about the brow wax, though, I will tell you, if you use that before you use anything on your eyebrows, it will soften them up a lot. It's actually really great for like keeping them soft and supple and moist and stuff. And it's not like right now I can tell, like, because I haven't used it and it's a fairly new product, that my brows are usually kind of on the bristly side. So I do need to use that brow wax a little bit more, and I'll get probably softer eyebrows. You know, you just want to like touch the eyebrows and they're like so soft. Anyway, so we did that. Let's go on to the mascara. Let's see what mascara we want to use today. I think I'm going to use this Limitless one. I think this is one of the actually, I think this is one of the mascaras that is one of our incentives for new beauty influencers. You can get this for free, I believe. So gotta get that. Anyway, and I do have to fix this because that is not happening. Anyway, I am terrible with doing mascara. I almost can't even do it in a mirror because I pretty much poke myself. Now, before I got on this live, I did curl my lashes. I don't normally curl my lashes. I have a terrible problem actually with curling my lashes because I'm almost like poking my eyes, and it's seriously annoying. I'm just terrible when it comes to my eyes sometimes. Especially with no contacts on. I can't really see. I can't see very well. I really can't see very well. Okay, guys. You guys see? Look at that. I used that eyeliner. It ain't going anywhere. Okay. So I knew that something was tickling my back. It was my hair. Anyway, so last but not least, I think I might do a lippy. And then we will be pretty much done. So lippy today, I am going to do a little bit differently because I love this. Here's the hard part. I haven't brushed my teeth today yet before we go out. But anyway, so this is going to be fun because I'm going to have to brush my teeth afterwards. But anyway, I'm going to go in with my favorite, one of my favorites. I think it's one of my favorites. This is the brownest, darkest lip liner that we have. Now, I am the worst. Actually, maybe, I don't know if this is the color or not. Like, you can tell already. What is that, a mustache? Like, I'm just terrible. So what I'll probably have to do because this was my concealer. All right, did you see what I did there? So what I did was I love this color, so I basically bolded it in for the brown. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, let's see, what color do I want to use? Just have to find the right color. I don't want to use anything very peachy. I could actually almost go in with the skin. Skin is a skin color, but because I just used the brown on the outside, let's see what happens. All right, again, I don't like too much product. Let's start out with a very light coverage. Okay, if we want to add a little more. So there you go. I've got the halo effect on the lippies. We're gonna do a setting spray just to finish off. Okay, guys. That is my look for today. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your weekends. I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest and enjoy it with my man this weekend. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my look today. Thank you, my soul tribe. Love you.